This is... What's the name?
You already forgot the name of our podcast.
Okay, start over.
No, I'm leaving the same. What's the name?
Welcome to Round 1 Fight Podcast.
Dumbest name
I was
ever.
about to say Ready 1, and I was like, that's not right.
I mean, I was too. I guess I'll just continue. We did choose this by Die, but Ty fucked up.
I'm Ty.
I'm
like,
Harlan.
What the fuck?
Fuck you.
Oh, everyone's gonna hate this.
Alright, welcome to Round 1 Fight Podcast. Right here next to me, I have Ty. The other person to my right is Michael, and I'm Harlan. This podcast is kind of just general information about multiplayer, online tabletop, or not online tabletop, just games to play in company in general. Whether it's video games, tabletop crap, and just nerd junk in general.
Tabletop crap.
Yeah.
That's what was said.
You heard
Look,
it here
you
first.
failed the beginning part. I
Hey.
salvaged.
I might cut that out. I might leave that in.
That's fair.
Are we putting this to YouTube? We can't be cursing like this.
Shut up.
Crap's a curse.
The first thing he said was like, fuck!
Well, now you're making it worse.
Good job. We can't edit it out. But this is the pilot, just to get a good general groove of what this podcast is about. We'll talk about different things, current events on, I don't know, stuff with Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh!, just all around the board when it comes to that topic you would have at that lunch table at school. At that table.
You know the one.
You know the one.
The one where you and your friends got Beyblades banned because you hit it, you knocked a kid's eye out with them.
I did that.
Or you got yelled at because you played blackjack too loud or something like that. Don't know who did that.
I got Beyblade banned at my school.
Yeah.
I think every kid got Beyblade banned.
I got
at
Yu-Gi-Oh!
their school.
trading banned at my school. Or Dallas L.
For the Beyblade, what it was I decided I had just seen an episode of original Beyblade like that day before school. I had it on DVD, and he launched it like straight up. I remember it was like a swing set, and I was like, I'm gonna do that because I'm cool. And then I launched it up. It came off the wall and then went right into a kid's eye. Tore open a bunch of skin right above it, like right on the eyelash area.
You know the classic mistakes of getting stuff banned that otherwise shouldn't be dangerous. Granted, those were the metal ones, weren't they?
Yeah.
That was the Metal Fusion era. I almost got Bakugan banned.
That's not hard.
No, it is
When you throw a plastic ball in a general direction, that's
That's
cause for danger
plastic
already.
versus metal,
So
though.
no, it's
There's
I got
magnets in
I
there.
got Bakugan banned for not throwing plastic balls at people. Almost got it banned. It got banned because me and two other guys got into a fist fight.
Yeah, that'll do it.
We was we were in like 4th grade or 5th grade. It was recess, and we were like, let's play Bakugan like it's the anime. And somehow it just turned into a fist fight. I don't remember the specifics. I just remember that it turned into a fist fight bad enough to where we got in trouble. Not bad enough to where they called like my parents or anything. Just bad enough to where they like broke us up and they're like, all right, you're done. Go inside now.
Let's play Bakugan like the anime. Ah!
Do you remember...
Dex people.
I don't know if this episode was out or not by then, but do you remember the final episode of... I want to say it was the 2nd season? Where they just...
Give me a refresher.
A beam sword comes out of Dan's lawn. Like,
Oh,
Yes, I
yes.
do.
Yes. That's the
just
new
became
Vestroya era.
ridiculous.
yeah, just because they just gave up that fucking just lightsaber fight.
Lightsaber fight.
I was there both before and after the change of that weird gecko-looking blue thing that nerdy kid had. Like, he went from a New Yorker to something else, and then even worse New Yorker.
Marucho is the kid's name.
Yeah, Marucho's the kid's name.
I don't
Preyas
remember
is the gecko.
That's the one.
Is that what it is? Was it Preyas? Yeah,
Preyas
is
from
right.
season 1, and then
He turns
Angelo and
it's right.
Diablo for his second
Diablo
half.
Preyas or something?
I like how Preyas' name was just like biblical reference, and the other one is just Angelo.
Angelo and
Angelo
Diablo.
down the street.
And Diablo.
I work for
Or something
Angelo.
like that.
Exactly.
Then I forget which one he had in that specific season, though. It was the female version
Yeah, I was
of
gonna say
Preyas.
it's the frog one, right?
Yeah.
That's when they introduced Trap Bakugan, right?
Yes.
She's the like, pyramid shape.
You said Trap
No,
Bakugan.
no. She's just a basic ball.
Yeah, you said Trap
you're
Bakugan
right.
and female version of Preyas. It just kind of blended into a very different topic for me. Thank you, Internet.
We're gonna
gonna ignore that.
Yeah.
She was a regular ball Bakugan.
Yeah, and
But he later got the pyramid one, right?
Yes, he did
Something
get the
like
pyramid
that.
one, which was another
the
frog.
Traps were always weird.
He always had
I
frogs.
just remembered the thing with I forget the main Bakugan's name, the red dragon shit. Drago. I remember that giant figure you could get with like 6 different traps that you would attach to him.
I had
Dragonoid Colossus, or are you talking about the other one?
I had that one.
I'm
too.
talking about the
two
one
of
where you would attach like 3 traps.
Well, there was 2.
Not no, it was like a couple traps together. Like
There
one would
was
be the
2 of
base.
them.
It was like 5 to 6 traps, but there was...
It was 5. It was 5 because I remember there's 1 for each leg, the waist, and then you put him on top, and 1 for each of the arms.
I think that was just
That's
called...
more than 5.
No, that's 5 plus Draco.
Yeah, you said 1 for each limb.
5
That's
traps.
4.
Traps.
You said 1 for each limb. That's 4.
Yeah.
Then 1 for
The
each arm.
waist.
Yeah, then 1 for each arm is 6. Then the waist is 7.
Regardless,
It
it was still a dumb gimmicky toy that I broke.
I had that built for the longest time until one of the pieces broke, and then I gave up.
Yeah, it was super hard to. It was.
There was
It
another. There was another one. There was a dark attribute one.
Yeah,
I
Darak.
Yeah.
I don't remember that. I just
That
remember
one was
the
like
main selling
impossible to
one.
build because I had all the pieces for it because they came as a set. Those 2.
Or was it Helios?
I don't remember, but I
I
do know.
don't remember either. I think it might have been Helios, because that sounds right.
We should also note that Bakugan is not our favorite
No, we're just
tabletop game. We're just talking about Bakugan
We're
now.
just talking about let's get back on track.
Yeah, let's get back on track because this just became Bakugan podcast for some reason.
So,
Bakugan the podcast.
Please no.
When are they releasing the Marvel Bakugans? I want those.
Didn't
They already did.
Yeah.
Did they?
Yeah.
When are they
thought they
continuing them?
Hang on, I'm looking at Marvel Bakugan now.
Okay, we're talking about Bakugan more, but
Oh,
we
we're not.
are about other stuff. We are about
Marvel
our main
Bakugan.
shtick for a while is and was Magic. We're kind of taking a hiatus.
There
from
was
Magic.
Marvel Bakugan. I knew it.
Yeah, they exist.
Yeah.
Oh, it was old series Bakugan too.
But Magic is
Stop.
and kind of okay. We'll stop.
I found a package. I'm looking at it right now. You two can see this. It's a versus. That's what they were. It was you get a regular Bakugan. So this one is Titanium Dragonoid versus Wolverine. That's Iron Man in the package.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, look at this. That's just versus Wolverine. There's Iron Man. Despite the fact that I'm looking at another image with 2 Wolverines on it. There's regular Wolverine and there's X-Force.
All right. Regardless for the imagery for an audio version of the podcast, we are about other stuff. Our main shtick, how we actually mostly met was Magic.
We met in high school.
We met in high school.
Yeah, but also through Magic as well. That's when we talked to each other.
I mean, yeah, there was magic in the air.
There was
but
magic, but like we mainly
There's magic
just...
in the air whenever I'm talking to you, Ty. It's because you're a demon of chaos, and you feed on it.
Agent of Chaos. He's a Chaos Space Marine right now.
He's a Stardust. Chaos.
He's a Noise Marine.
He's a Noise Marine.
Yeah, I'll take Noise Marine.
If he's a Noise Marine, I'm an Iron Hand with Potarabo.
Oh yeah, you're definitely Iron Man,
Yeah,
but not for the reason you think.
Oh no. But yeah, we cover the basics. I think we first met via Magic. Well, we met beforehand, and then we talked more via Magic.
Yeah, we played Magic.
And we're disappointed with what it is now. Half the reason this podcast came up was to moan and groan about where Magic's going.
It's
Shit
to
on
vent
Magic.
on Wizards of the Coast.
Yeah, vent on WotC, and then eventually just find other games and stuff. Because we do have other interests, like fighting games for one. Part of the inspiration for the name of this podcast.
Digimon card game.
The Digimon card game that came out.
Any card game.
Mostly any card game. Like, I even have Inuyasha card game stuff, and I know how to play that vaguely.
We have to get chaotic still.
We
found
gotta
you're
get
right,
the chaotic
chaotic.
I
decks.
found my old chaotic cards, but I don't know if I have enough to build a deck out of it.
You definitely do not.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
I just remember I wanted to build the Terra people, like the ants and crap.
Not Mepedians, because those are the lizards.
Yeah,
Danians.
yes, the Danians.
Don't ask why I know that.
I just remember the animation for that just being good up until the very last season where they did a very drastic change in the animation.
I still say
Awful.
we each got to make MetaZoo decks.
No, we're not
with the
doing
mythical
Metazoo.
creatures.
No. You see they have a new set of that?
Mothman, baby.
I'm fine with that.
Let me look at their new set.
Metazoo actually looks fun. That's the sad part.
That's the sad part.
It looks-
But the issue is there's
looks
only
better
like
than half the Pokemon they make nowadays.
there's only like 2 decks because nobody really plays it.
I
Nobody
wonder
knows
why.
about
Hey,
it.
dude, the new Metazoo deck had UFO.
Oh, what was the one we found out through MetaZoo? It was like
Chewinga, right?
Chewinga, or it was like
Or is Chewinga the
I
new
thought
guy?
it was like Iron Man of Wisconsin or
That
something
was,
or something like that.
Yeah, something like that. I'm gonna go through. I'm gonna go through Metazoo right now. I'll find it.
Yeah, we
Headless
also-
Cannoneer. Van Meteor Visitor.
We also know a lot of obscure card games that probably shouldn't exist but are there for lulz.
Charles Will Lake Monster.
Charles Will.
I don't know.
Um,
I'd be surprised if I heard God, what is it? The mystery murder that was in
Whirling Wimpus.
Yeah, I knew of
Hoop Snake.
Snake.
The
I
Hack
just
Goblin.
remember PA has a crypto that's so ugly that it just runs away.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forget what it's called, but
We're
it's
from PA, so we should know this.
we should, but we don't. It's like northwestern PA.
Stop everything. There's a literal card in this, in Metazoo. Mike the Headless Chicken.
I'm playing Mike the Headless Chicken.
There's also Sky Snake and
Also-
Crocodingo.
As a side point,
Oh yeah, I forgot about
as
Crocodingo.
a side point for
Breakfast Alien.
editing later, we should probably exit that some of this information, like PA and Dallas.
What you guys
well, PA was fine.
what you guys don't know is that all that's just going to be edited out.
Yeah. Well, you could just put like some noise over Dallas.
That's what'll probably happen.
Yeah. This could just be
I'm
notes.
not taking
Crocodingo.
PA out though, because PA is so huge.
Yeah, PA's huge. There's a lot of stuff that starts actually
the Houston
in PA.
Bat-
Like, didn't Wizards Coast start in PA?
No, they're from
No.
Or not Wizard
What?
Coast. I'm sorry. Magic. Didn't
No.
Magic start in PA with?
Richard
Garfield, yeah.
I believe so. If I remember, I'm pulling
Don't
up.
think so.
I think his
I think he
launch
was from Philadelphia.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, he was born in Philadelphia.
Yeah, he started.
And he graduated from the University of Pennsylvania.
Yeah, he started Magic from PA, which is
Yes.
partly why it's dear to my heart.
The
at least.
company itself, Wizards of the Coast, is not. They started West Coast though,
Oh, okay.
because they were from Washington, if I remember correctly.
You got to tell me at some point if there's some weird fire alien looking crypto from the murder that was in like, I think it was Russia. You know, the one where a bunch of students went up to the cliffs and just seemingly wiped out, burned, stuff like that. It's still unsolved.
Thunderbird?
It's not Thunderbird because
Okay.
that's Native American
That's Native
mythology.
American.
Yeah, but that's the only thing I could think of. I knew that was correct, but I was like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, no, it's I forget the exact name of the case right now, but it even has its own game.
Weird.
What?
Dilatov or something like that, something of that regard.
I've never heard of
There's
that.
a card in this called Foo Fighters.
Foo Fighters?
Yeah, they're a crypto, dude.
Crypto. Yeah.
Cryptocurrency,
They're
baby.
cryptocurrency.
Alright, so back on track because we did have other stuff to talk about. Where to find
Yeah,
us?
it's Diatov Pass.
I've never heard of that.
Yeah, it's it was in Russia.
Weird.
Happened in 1959. But I like that type of stuff.
Weird.
It's so bizarre.
I love that unsolved crime stuff. I'm currently listening to the. I was about to say Heisenberg, but that's not right at all.
From Breaking Bad?
From Breaking Bad, yeah, no.
Oh, the
Heisenberg from Breaking
the
Bad.
Hinterkaifeck murder.
I have no idea what that is.
It's a weird, obscure one in Germany, but I like that type
Sounds
of
like
stuff.
Yeah, so where to find us? This and our other podcasts for Round 1 Fight will go up on YouTube, Audible, Google Podcast, Apple Podcast, Stitcher, Amazon, and maybe Spotify if they will let us put our podcast. On
Please
their
please
website.
take us Spotify.
We need
Please.
some.
I like
take
Spotify
us.
a lot, and it'd be nice if our podcast was on
They're
there.
a good service.
They
Not
are
really
a good
good.
Not
service.
sponsored, but Spotify, rep us. Come on.
I
Definitely
would,
not listeners.
I would honestly free rep them still from time to time. I have Spotify Premium, and that's great. I don't know why people don't have it.
I mean, that's fair. I would just like to point out there's a MetaZoo card just called Green Man.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Why don't we talk about Cool Guy from Digimon?
From-
Trying to take a drink.
just cool
Ugh.
boy.
Oh yeah, it's Cool Boy, not Cool
Cool
Guy.
boy. Cool boy, he's up on our fridge.
Oh yeah. Yeah, the Digimon card game, which we've been getting into recently, these guys just randomly text me in the middle of the night. It wasn't the middle of the night, but it was like
It was
10.
5 o'clock.
Was it 5?
No, it was like 7. It was
Okay,
7.
it
It was like 10 or something. It was close to... I saw it by
'Cause
10.
We just bought the deluxe decks
Yeah, Ragna Lordmon, right?
and Jessmon.
Yep.
Yeah,
and-
you just send me, dude, there's Cool Guy. Harlan, you need to make Cool Boy Digimon deck. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about?
So I don't know if
Then
you
I
saw
look it up, and...
At first, he sent you an Edamon deck. That was the Pooh
That
deck.
was the Pooh deck.
No, Edamon's this. You're talking about Sukamon.
Sukamon.
He was in
I-
there.
Yeah.
He was in there, but it was mainly Pooh.
Oh, it was Platinum Sukamon was the main guy.
Oh yeah, because I was so obsessed in the Digimon game. The
Sleuth.
only good one I'll add.
No, there's more.
No,
I
there's a
do
lot.
not like Survive. Survive is a good novel story.
It's good. It shouldn't have been $60.
It should not have been 60.
It shouldn't, because
40.
the actual tactical version of the game is trash.
No, it's not.
It's really
It's
bad.
pretty decent.
It's decent.
It takes a while, but it's decent.
It doesn't make up for the really good storytelling. And
No, the storytelling is by far the big draw.
it's the biggest draw. And then
it's
I got
really good.
I got disappointed because we went from something that could have been good with just overly simplified tactic-based
Well, do you know
combat.
do you know the story of how Survive came to be?
No.
Survive was okay, so the Cyber Sleuth games end, right?
Yeah.
And they were huge, and they're like, we're going to continue making games like Cyber Sleuth. It's not going to be Cyber Sleuth, but it's going to be RPGs with a heavy focus on the story, and we're going to go in on the graphics. And that's going to take us like 3 to 4 years. We don't want to keep the fans waiting, so in the meantime, we're going to do a small game that we're going to outsource to a different company that's going to take a year, 2 years to make, and that's going to be Digimon Survive.
Oh, is that? I thought you were talking about
And
Digimon
then-
World as well.
No.
I do not like Digimon World
I'm
because
not a
they
big fan.
added the Digimon actual thing of like
Yeah. I'm not-
Agumon's just telling me he needs to take a crap for 6 minutes. I'm trying to figure out how to let him take a crap.
No, so, but then Digimon Survive
I
turned
need to
into-
crap tie.
Don't say it like that. Don't say it in Agumon voice. So Digimon Survive turned into like
Or he's telling me his leg's broken.
turned into a 5 to 6 year development cycle, and then that's why that they had to raise the price up because they went through 2 different companies that both got on the project, then left the project, and it has had this like mess of a nightmare development, and so they kept trying to hype
I
it up.
will say, given those standards, incredible storytelling. I just wish they went a bit heavier on the tactics form of it. Because I get cool Digimon sounding name thing, and then just him slapping like Sukamon or something.
Yeah, well, again, to be fair, it was supposed to be really cheap. The game was not supposed to be $60. The game was supposed to be about $30 originally.
And that's fair.
And then because of the long development cycle, they could not charge $30 if they wanted to make the
All I'm saying, give me an updated version of it. I would go pay the $60. Like, give me
I would too.
Give me an updated tactics version of the game. Like, even give me cutscenes like they do in Super Robot Wars.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I just want. Can we just get it an English dub?
English dub for
that
it.
too. I'm tired of games coming out and they don't have an English dub.
Again, this is supposed to be cheaper, but no, at this day and age, most games should.
There's
probably get
nothing
English
wrong with not having an English dub to an extent.
7 Deadly Sins online phone game. Need
Yeah,
an English dub or at least subtitles.
Yet again,
There's wrong when you're a multi-million-dollar company like
that's
Bandai Namco who can afford.
That's
an
where I'm
English
going
dub.
at.
yeah.
And
Small
given
studio,
the
fine.
given the downloads that the online game or online phone game has, it should have at least subtitles.
Did you see? I don't know if you play it. You know,
Actually, it may have subtitles.
it-
I don't remember.
it has subtitles.
Definitely has subtitles.
It does.
I
All right,
played
and I'm insane.
I
Not
played it
listening
for
to
like
me.
10 minutes. Do you know Arknights, the phone game?
No.
It's one of those massive waifu simulator games, essentially.
Oh, okay, of course.
They just got an English dub. And they're from the smallest video game company that blew up because their phone game got massive.
And then they released it to PlayStation, everything like that.
It's like at this point in time, if Nintendo was like, yeah, we're not going to dub this game. Just put it out in Japanese. The fans will like it.
I know we're on the topic of Digimon right now. I'm still on MetaZoo.
I know you're on MetaZoo.
There's a card called Walking Sam.
That's pretty good.
Like, what is Walking Sam?
He's Walking Sam.
He's Walking Sam. They also have Uncle Sam.
Sam from like Colorado or something?
Maybe? I don't know. But Walking Sam. Sinkhole Sam is a snake.
Sinkhole Sam.
Like, all of these are so weird. It's Babe the Blue Ox.
Yeah, I read that.
You could get Babe.
That's Paul Bunyan's ox.
Yeah,
right?
that's Paul Bunyan's ox, but where's that from again? Is that New York?
Paul Bunyan?
Yeah.
I think upstate.
Yeah,
New York,
it's
okay.
definitely... Yeah.
Look, I'll Google it.
I would be upset if I miss half these because I'm really big into mythology.
Save this for a MetaZoo episode.
Yeah, we'll go into this.
We'll try to get Harlan to name the origin of the creature.
I'll do my research for this. Unfortunately,
So
I don't
will
have my favorite
I am
mythology
obsessed
stuff.
with cryptids and stuff like that because...
I'm fine with cryptids. My big game is like old school mythology. Like we're talking about Ragnarok stuff like that. Greek mythology. The happenings of the Minotaur, which is my favorite origin, but at least translation of the origin or telling of it, is some king, I forget his name, just goes, yeah, Poseidon, give me big cow, give me good big cow, and he says, here's good big cow. And then, but you have to give it to me, like, later in the year. He says, okay, I'll do anything for you, Poseidon. Later that year, he just goes, I don't want to give big cow. I can do whatever I want because I'm big cheese. So he gives a smaller, not still big in the herd, but not the prize cow he was supposed to give back.
Yeah.
Poseidon says, or Poseidon, putting too much emphasis on that P, just goes, you wronged me, so I'm going to go diddle your wife as a cow. And then the Minotaur happened, and so...
Diddle's a funny word.
Yeah. The king just now has a bastard kid that he keeps underneath the castle now. But it happened because some big cheese dude... I still feel bad I'm forgetting the king's name because he's famous for ripping off the gods constantly somehow and still being
alive.
Well, he's not alive anymore because now he suffers
He's
some
not alive
treatment.
anymore because that was thousands of years ago.
Because that was thousands of years ago.
No, but
because he suffered something.
If I'm right, this guy now treads the waters, constantly like out of reach of food when he goes to reach up, and when he goes down, the waters would recede. He gets that punishment. This king just gets away with a lot. I don't know how... I feel bad and I'm stuttering because I don't remember this king's name, and he's a famous one. But yeah, I didn't do my research for that topic, so...
I could end that stutter just because I found the one that we were thinking of. It's the Metal Man of Alabama.
From good old Alabama.
From good old Alabama.
It's probably just some dude that was coked up and covered himself in pans.
Ripped Tin Pan Man.
Oh no. So back to Digimon real fast.
Yeah.
If you didn't see it,
Great card game.
we're supposed to get a bunch of Digimon video games next year.
Okay, good. I'm hoping they're just as good as...
They're supposed to be on the level of Cyber Sleuth.
Good, because World, it could have been good if Agumon didn't keep telling me his leg was broken and I'm trying to fix it. Instead of telling me how to fix it, he just yells at me. Agumon just yells at me.
What, he's your dad?
Huh?
What, he's your dad?
Is he my dad?
No,
my dad.
Fix the car. Do it. I'm trying. No, like this. No. You're doing it all wrong. No, Dad. I'm trying. Just
you act like I touched a car like that at all.
It's just an example.
I feel like that happened to Michael.
You touch cars?
Don't talk about it. No, don't talk about it.
Okay, my strange addiction.
I only eat cheese and potatoes because it's the only thing I can eat.
Oh.
You don't know that episode?
No, I know the car one.
Oh, okay, yeah, the car one's weird. I know the girl that eats her husband's ashes or something like that.
What?
Yeah, that's a real thing.
Doesn't she run out eventually, or does she just keep getting married and kill them?
The husband.
She keeps like salt pinching it and putting it in her mouth.
She dips it.
She keeps diluting it.
She big
She
dips
dilutes
it.
it.
She keeps diluting the ashes, so it's like at some point it's like 50% sugar, 50% ash.
She just salt bays it over her steak.
Salt bays it. The woman who eats bricks, the woman who eats beds. Because I remember the Djibouti dubs edited that. That was funny. But yeah, there's a woman who can only eat cheesy potatoes, and she weighs like 300 pounds.
I have a quote directly from
her husband's trying to give her Brussels sprouts, and she's crying.
Of the woman who eats her husband's ashes.
Ooh, okay. Even better.
I swirl around to get caked on there good, and then I just eat it.
Oh yeah, that's right. She like pops her finger in her mouth, and just goes woo.
I've lost 42 pounds since my husband's passed away. Basically, the only good thing about eating is ashes.
Lady, take it from me. If you make G Fuel wet, if you make G Fuel wet, it's never the same.
You want to hear something weird that I learned recently?
I was about to say the Robo thing, but no. We have a couple slogans that we hopefully could get on t-shirts at some point and become popular enough that are in our own inner circle, but we need to share them at some point.
Oh, yeah. So, do you want to hear something I learned recently?
Shut up, you're smaller than a boat.
You're smaller than a boat.
That's a good one.
A tank's not a tank unless it's expecting it, which is true in a fighting game standpoint.
That's not
not at all.
Potemkin can get bodied if you're not expecting a hit blocking.
That's fair. I play Potemkin, and he's right on that.
Don't give me.
Potemkin gets bodied.
Don't try to.
If you aren't blocking with him when he's getting hit.
That's not how that works. Also, he's not a tank. He's a grappler. Get your terminology right. This isn't Overwatch.
He's kind of tanky.
This isn't Overwatch.
Even half the tanks in Overwatch
get bodied if they don't expect it.
Yeah, but that's because
if they don't expect like a tracer.
Yeah. I'm running Roadhog and some just Junkrat comes and beats my bussy.
Beats my big bussy.
No, we're not going there.
It's true.
You want to hear something I learned recently that's really stupid?
What's that?
Cannibalism is legal in the United States.
Is it?
Yes.
Yeah, so you can't
it's
kill
under what grounds?
You can't
kill a person, but
yeah,
you can still eat them.
You can eat the corpse as long as you're not the person who killed the person. So if you
I feel like
you just find a corpse, you have to do the normal thing. You have to like report it and all. But then you're technically allowed to eat it and no one they could try to stop you.
How does that not fall under like desecration of a corpse though?
It somehow doesn't.
I feel like that was put in place after like a couple people like.
Oh, it's one of those things where
not Ted Bundy, but Ted Bundy-ish people that feed their dead husband to their neighbors or something.
I know
like
exactly what he's
like
talking.
That happened 3 years ago.
I know exactly what Ty's talking about. Only a few states officially have it outlawed that you cannot eat a corpse.
It's one of those things where it's like, well, technically, it doesn't state that we can't do this. What's that court case you like to?
Which one? The toilet one?
No. The guy that he kept pushing it further and further up the Supreme Court until eventually they were like, yeah, no, you're.
Oh, you're talking about the Canada one.
Yeah.
The Canada one with, I think, about marrying your horse or something like that?
He had sex with an animal.
Yeah, he had relations with an animal, which is disgusting.
Yeah.
But then he got mad at the government. Like, this was Canadian government at the time, I think. And he's like, well, is it illegal to marry... Is it illegal to have relations with the animal? Technically, no, but don't. And then it just kept going up the I was about to say corporate ladder, the judicial ladder. And he's like, but no. So I think eventually he got away with it.
Yeah, it's like that. The cannibalism isn't... It just doesn't state that you can't
also,
do it.
We should note for the viewers, this is not... It shouldn't be a family-friendly podcast. We will try our best to...
Don't take legal advice from us.
Yeah, please don't.
Side note: when I went to look up,
we will censor some of it, not all of it. We are not we're PG-13 at best.
I went to censor.
We are not responsible for what you hear, and also trigger warning.
Yeah, we're TVMA.
I went to fact check that to make sure I was right before I mentioned that.
Also, apologies to viewers. I'm having a bit of a allergen attack thanks to just pollen and junk right now.
The top result, if you on Google, if you type in "is cannibalism," the top result is vegan. No, it's not. Why are you looking that up?
Am I a plant? If I eat a piece of broccoli,
is cannibalism vegan? I hate it. Look. This is where the triggered part comes in. And I know we're not supposed to talk about, like, hot topics outside of gaming, but I'm going to say this. Some of y'all vegans that give the other people bad names, please stop. You use your thinkers. Like,
is cannibalism vegan?
Is cannibalism vegan?
Is cannibalism
why
vegan?
are you even looking that up? Are you in like a life or death scenario?
I love the fact that
you have to eat like the guy that's in the cave with you.
It's just
you have enough to Google that it's vegan.
It's
or not.
vegan.
There's two types. There's the people that go and like have a vegan lifestyle. They don't let it impact other people's life, even their children. They're raising them.
Yeah,
they give them the option, but still give them the mandatory nutritional value they need to grow up. And then you have the kids who get the parents who feed them carrots, like suck on a carrot kid. And then I'm going to go into BK and scream about Wilma the cow.
I'm going to dump paint on the floor.
I'm going to dump paint on the floor.
I'm going to dump tomato sauce on Van Gogh's paintings.
That wasn't vegan. That was oil crisis in Britain.
Yep.
And that's still insane how they're getting away with that as often as they are. What, they hit Van Gogh, they hit...
They hit a few other ones.
They hit a few other ones.
I was going to mention go to the grocery store and dump all the bottles of milk out on the floor. I was going to mention that one.
Don't do that.
No, it's bad.
Don't give those poor souls at the grocery store a hard time.
You get nothing because no one listens to your message anyway.
Well, you get nothing, and you claim that... Hang on, shut up. You claim that the animal suffered, but what they suffered for, you just got rid of it.
Yeah, you kind of just made it.
You just kind of wasted everything.
Point is, there's a good way to do it, and I agree. Animal suffrage, when it comes to the food industry, can be bad. I respect the people that make it as quick and painless as possible. We should also note these animals are raised specifically for us to consume, which doesn't make them any less animal. But it's the equivalent of just raising your kid to be a bodybuilder. Like, you want him to be a bodybuilder. I don't know.
What is this analogy?
I was going to say something else, and I had to censor myself real quick.
My analogy is going to be everything on this planet is put here to be consumed by something. Eventually, we are going to be put into the earth and consumed by maggots and other stuff like that.
We apex predator. We consume maggots.
I zip it around the map as Pathfinder.
No, just that all that these people have accomplished is
to make people who actually do these lifestyles peacefully
look bad.
I can say all you're doing is giving a poor minimum wage guy more work to do by mopping the floor.
And thousands of other people who actually peacefully support vegan lifestyle a bad name. Like, people, you know what, I'm going to just leave that analogy out because that's more of a true crime thing.
How do we get from Metal Man of Alabama to vegans?
I don't know. This podcast. It's going to be long tangents randomly, which is entertainment over really anything else. Yeah, any value. Any value.
If you get a fact out of this, then that's on you.
Good job. Good job getting that fact, because it's going to be just random tangents, because... For starters, I'm autistic, so that's just going to happen.
Way to put it out there.
Why not?
Okay.
If it doesn't come out now, they're going to deduce it later and just call me autistic in the comments.
Ouch! But they would.
I think they're already calling us autistic in the comments.
Yeah, that's the best part. I'm the only one diagnosed, so I'm the only one with the alibi. Get the tilted losers.
Oh man. So let's change topics. Let's just throw something out.
I mean,
anything.
we were talking about Yu-Gi-Oh! And how card games just turning into Yu-Gi-Oh! A little bit ago. How much time do we have left?
About half an hour.
Yeah, then we could talk about that quickly.
Do we want to do that here?
No. We'll save that for card games.
All right, we'll save that for another episode. But yeah, with like a splattering of random stuff here, like we mentioned Stardies earlier, we're trying to get into Warhammer.
I have to show you I have a good amount of my army done. I have to show that too.
Oh, sweet. Where Ty likes it more so for the tabletop competitiveness.
I want the game.
He wants the game.
He wants the game. Michael has that, but with lore. I like it mostly because of its lore.
I like it because of the different ways you can paint them.
That too.
I like
the
being more
presentation.
creative with the painting than normal people do.
Where Ty just pays people to paint them.
Yeah,
why
and
would
build
I
them.
paint it?
Even
I could do better things with my time.
That's true.
He pays people
Whereas
to paint
I'm
and
just
build
struggling
them.
to paint it randomly.
Yeah, one of the guys in this room is painting my army right now.
Yeah, and I refuse to charge more than $80 next time because of how long I'm taking to paint this one.
But
It's been like a year.
the man
Almost been a year.
the man who builds Gunpla models more than any of us
Yeah, because
refuses to build his army
'Cause I
and
don't
then
have to-
give them to people.
I don't have to-
To be fair, I'm on Ty's side with that. It's a lot easier to build a model than it is to build 16 smaller models.
there is glue
I mean, yeah.
involved.
I go mind-numbing when it comes to building these models.
My own work
Exactly.
editing, glue is involved, and I'm worried I'm going to ruin one of these with glue, so I'm not doing it.
And you run NIDS. Like, I'm surprised you are, if anything.
Dog, all the smaller models, I don't care how they look after I paint. I only care about making the bigger models flashy.
That-
Yeah,
that's-
exactly. I
that's
have a
what I'm
guy
doing.
painting my
I'm-
army make look
I'm
good.
doing Necrons, and I'm doing my best and damnedest to make them look interesting. I'm doing a synthwave paint job when I'm done with his army. And they're pretty spot on. There's a really good Hexmark Destroyer synthwave that does just the way I like it.
That's perfect.
And I'm also building my own Pharaon to use on tabletop, which I'm trying to get a blend in. You'll notice over the course of several games I have a theme I like, and I like pretty much metal over flesh type of deal. I really like the concept of abandoning any sense of human or physical representation in organic flesh to just metal.
So, would you say you're a fan of metal Edamon as opposed to regular Edamon?
Yes, I'm a fan of metal Edamon over regular Edamon.
War Greymon?
War Greymon
Yes,
as opposed to regular
I
Edamon.
am.
Metal Garurumon.
Yes. Actually, you know what? No, I like Wergurumon more, probably.
That's accurate. He's better.
He's better.
He's better.
He's got pants on.
I like Shine Greymon more than Metal Greymon. I like War Growlmon because he's pretty much he took some car backing and shoved it on his head.
What are your favorite Digimon?
What are my favorite?
What about your favorite Digimon?
Guillemon?
Shoutmon.
Oh, no, that's your favorite.
Shoutmon.
I can't stand it.
For Digimon, I'm building Shoutmon just for Ty because the way he described it to me was I was complaining about the dubbed for the original season because it's just hard to watch original seasons of Digimon in this day and age.
It's not bad.
It's not bad, especially when you show me Shoutmon.
Yeah.
The
now
season
you know
that almost ruined Digimon.
Oh, it's so bad, Shoutmon.
It's really bad, but he's like...
That's where they
It's like,
introduced
what do you
Starmon,
mean?
though.
It's like, I can't find it because they pretty much expunged it from YouTube, but I just remember this kid going, "Go Shoutmon!"
They know what they're doing.
They are. They're
Speaking
doing...
of, have you seen the Digimon dub? Not Digimon, damn it. Have you seen the new Bakugan?
No, I haven't.
There is a hilariously bad. It's bad. New Bakugan is not good. Watch old Bakugan is better. We've actually done that.
Oh wait, didn't we watch New Bakugan?
Yes,
You
we
might have seen
did.
episode
That's
two.
where
The two of us
that's
did.
where our joke of Shunkin
I
Point
was
comes
just about to
from.
do Shunkin Point. That's what I brought this up for. If you have,
Shunkin Point goes into the what's the other one that we like? Jackie Chan's
Jackie
Adventures. It's like I can fly.
For those of you that haven't seen it, Bakugan existed as an anime back in the early 2000s, and then it got a remake. I want to say 2018, but I'm not 100% on that. The dub of the remake is awful. They're all toddlers now, as opposed to like late teenagers.
Oh jeez.
They're all like around 8 to 9, maybe 10.
I wouldn't say
And so-
toddlers. I would say more
Yeah,
around
that's
like 12
preteen.
ish, preteen,
That's
preteen area.
All right, so
They're still kids.
Either way, there's an episode where they go to the. I don't remember the name. The Bakugan world. I forget the name of it.
I don't remember what it's called.
Vestroy.
Did they go with the
No,
same?
Vestroy.
Yeah,
Oh,
with the
Vestroy
V. Did they go with the
sounds.
same name in that?
I
individual
think
one?
so. I'm not 100% positive on that
If
one.
they go to the Bakugan
I'm
world,
thinking
which may
the
or may not be
Card Fight
Ves-
Vanguard world
Vestroy.
more. I forget what that's called, but it's in the same vein.
Cray.
Yeah, Planet Cray.
Because I was gonna say Cray Elementals. Either way, they go to the Bakugan planet through a magic door that they warp through, almost Narnia style. And for whatever reason, they're in this jungle, and their Bakugan are trying to protect them as they get younger in age. And it's
Oh, boy.
weird. Yeah, and at one point they get to be like actually 6. They're like 5 to 6 years old at one point, and the Bakugan are like, "Well, what do we do now? They're children, and we're getting attacked." They come with this brilliant plan to put them on a raft and send the raft down the river.
I remember that.
Yeah, send the raft down the river, and then they'll just be okay. And they give them all jobs. They're like, "Okay, Dan, you're the leader." I don't remember the girl's name, but the girl, you're the one who's
Chelsea.
in charge of. You're in charge of keeping everyone's spirits up, and things like that. And then it gets to Shun, and they're like, "Shun, you're in charge of navigation," and he just stops and points and goes, "Shun can point!" In this really awful, definitely a 30-year-old man trying to do a kid's voice, and it's definitely failing.
There's like good actors and actresses that can do it, and
then
ones that just can't.
Yep.
Like that lady who does Tommy Pickles.
Do you know did you play Persona 5 at all?
No, I have not.
Do you know the cat from it?
Yes.
That is like a 40-year-old woman doing the cat voice.
Doing the cat voice.
Is she good?
Yes, because she gets into roles playing other children for other things.
Oh, is this the lady I was just talking about? Like Tommy Pickles, Timmy Turner,
Yeah, not her, but
Bart Simpson?
not her, but close to her. And so the best part is that's like the only voice she could do, though. So when they give her adult roles, I go, "Oh, you just sound like you're 12," and I can't.
Yeah, there's some people that are cursed to always play young people, but they always like they're set when it comes to cartoons that require that.
Let me
Speaking
pull up
of
the
young people, I'm just gonna go way.
Aren't
When
you,
you're
like,
talking about
22?
Bakugan, no.
name.
Did you not see that Ash Ketchum finally won a league? He's now a league champion.
Oh yeah,
And now and the world like lost their shit
Yeah, they played it. Did you see it in Japan? They played that on
jumbotrons and
Yeah.
everything. And it's like he was 10 years old back in like 1999 ish.
It wasn't 99. That came out a little earlier, didn't it?
I think it was
98,
98 or something.
Yeah, because it was only
Something
a few
like that.
years after I was born.
Yeah, it's been like 25 years. He's at least 35 right now.
Yeah, dude's a 35. Well, there's that ho-ho theory that I love.
Yeah, that's true. My favorite Pokemon theory is the fact that he's just a coma. He's in a
Oh
coma.
yeah, he's comatose having this adventure. I like the ho-ho one because it's more lighthearted. It's like he made a wish, went a ho-ho, whatever, and then he wished to always have like a Pokemon adventure with Pikachu with his near-death experience, and then just it came true.
So
Except somehow his friends also don't age, and no one ages.
So Harlan, I pulled up the voice actor I'm talking about is Cassandra Lee Morris, and she has a few other roles. She was in Pokemon, one of the later ones. She voices Iris.
Oh, Black and White.
Yeah. I'm going to some others. Did you play God Eater 2?
5th season.
I played some of God Eater too.
She's Nana.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
She's the sister in Sword Art Online. She was Elfelt in Guilty Gear when they did the Guilty Gear.
Oh,
dub.
shit.
Do you remember
Yes.
Blaze Blue Cross Tag Battle?
No, because that's the one
They
Blaze Blue
put-
game I didn't
They put
personally
the
get.
Under Night characters in that one.
Yeah.
And that one's dubbed in English. That's the only time the Under Night characters got an English dub. She voices your favorite character from Under Night.
Oh, her?
Yeah, the punching chick.
Mika.
Yeah.
Fucking love Mika.
She was in Blue Exorcist as the little green thing that
The
the one chick
the
had.
I know what
chick
you're talking
has-
about, yeah.
the weird plant.
She's in.
I think it's like
Spirit,
Chew, yeah,
yeah.
Chew or something like that.
Hang on,
It
you'll
makes it's like some
definitely know.
Pokemon name. It makes
Yeah.
No,
one
I have it
sound.
here actually. It's Nee.
Yeah, it's some sound effect.
She's in Madoka Magica. She voices the cat thing.
Oh, I've
And
never
then-
seen it.
Here's one you'll definitely know. She's in Skullgirls. There's a bunch of characters.
Ooh, which ones?
She does the Skull Heart.
Okay.
She does Minette. That's the fish chick that hangs out with.
Her.
With the cat. Umbrella.
Parasol's sister.
Yep, and Molly, which is one of the girls that works for Parasol.
Oh yeah.
Who's the cat that I can't think of the name of? I play her
Misfortune.
Too. Yeah, I play her.
Yeah, you like Misfortune.
Yeah, yeah.
I will say, out of on the nose names, I like Misfortune a lot.
She's in a bunch of Yu-Gi-Ohs.
In League, you have Misfortune, and it works in a multitude of ways. It can either be like she gives misfortune, or in Skullgirls, she's just misfortunate, where she gets severed into 13 pieces.
Yeah.
Something around there.
Yeah.
She's in this. Cassandra Lee Morris is in Yu-Gi-Oh. She voices Leo and Luna from 5Ds.
Oh.
The siblings. She also,
you know what? Yeah, I can see that.
She was also half of Yu-Bell, because Yu-Bell has 2 voice actors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, Yu-Bell's the one Jaden made, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's a girl and a guy voicing it. She's the girl. She's in Gundam Seed.
Which I'll say
What?
that
As who?
Moralia.
Hold on.
The girl on the ship.
I was about to say
Yu-Bell
freaking
is the
Hero. No, wait, Hero's not Seed.
Nope.
I will say, Yu-Bell, if I saw that episode as a kid, it would leave me a little scarred, because that's a freaky episode.
Everything was freaky about Yu-Bell.
The introductory episode?
The introductory of Yu-Bell.
Yeah, where she murders a kid.
And even the finale,
where he fuses with her?
Refuses with her, is freaky.
That's only the finale in English. You know they had a whole other season of GX that never got a dub?
I did not know that.
Okay, so it's the Supreme King arc. Never got a dub. In GX, you remember the ending where they have to go fight Yu-Bell? Well, they have to go to the Nightmare Dimension to do that.
Yeah.
So I could have sworn that got dubbed.
No, it didn't, because I remember the exact ending thing. I'm like, why did it end here? Was Jaden fusing with Yu-Bell?
It does end there. It skips over the second half of the Supreme King arc, because you see Jaden as the Supreme King for a few episodes.
And he kills No, they resolve it because he kills one of the he kills Axel Brody.
Isn't Axel Brody
because Axel's the one who beats him.
Yeah, but he also dies in the process of beating
the Gem series, right?
No.
Axel Brody doesn't have the gem piece?
That's Jesse.
Jesse.
Axel's the volcanics.
The volcanics,
because he's a military man.
Yeah.
So that didn't end, and even after that, there's 2 to 3 episodes that didn't get a dub after that. Either way, so they go to the Nightmare Dimension to fight Yu-Bell.
Yeah.
In the process, Yu-Bell manages to possess Jaden's body, and then he becomes the Supreme King, where he plays the evil heroes.
I remember
that. Basically, all the rejects that didn't go with them.
Doesn't he use it to fight Destiny heroes too?
Yeah, because Aster is the final fight.
Yeah. Because all this was just to beat Destiny heroes.
Aster and Axel team up for the final fight, if I remember correctly.
It's something weird.
Either way, so that's how it goes. So it's about beating the Supreme King, and then after that, there's the Nightmare Duel, which doesn't get dubbed, where essentially their version of the Grim Reaper comes out. He's like, I've removed half of the people on Earth. I'm going to remove the next half in a day. And Jaden's like, I'll stop you. They didn't do that one. That's where the Trudge cameo appears in. Trudge is in the first 3 seasons of Yu-Gi-Oh!
Gotcha.
He's most important in 5Ds. You'll know him there because that's the cop.
Yeah. Okay.
He shows up. He's a bully at the same school Yugi studied in the first one.
Yeah.
So either way, and then after that, they skip the duel. The duel between Yugi and Jaden is not dubbed in English. They didn't do that one either, which is the final.
I forgot they fight each other.
That's the actual final episode.
That's the actual final episode, but I could have
sworn all these got
dubbed over.
And all I can think of is the movie that was kind of slaps when it came out.
Which
the one with the Sphinx, the weird beast guy.
Pyramid of Light.
Pyramid of Light.
Yeah, Pyramid of Light.
I thought you were thinking of Dark Side of Dimensions.
I thought you were thinking of Bonds of Time because that's the only movie Jaden appears in.
No, I'm thinking that. Yeah, I was thinking just movie, and I was thinking the first movie that came out was Pyramid of Light.
Pyramid of Light's pretty good.
It is pretty good.
Pretty slaps.
You watch it recently?
Not recently,
it's pretty decent because the animation quality bumped up.
Yeah, it was really good.
That one's pretty good.
Dark Side of Dimension's pretty good.
Dark Side of Dimension is amazing. That movie's awesome. And then Bonds Beyond Time is not.
It's horrible.
It's fine. It's fine.
It's not.
I
Fun.
mean,
Well, it's short is the thing.
yeah,
It's like
that's
50
the issue.
It's like 50 minutes, so if it was longer, I would say it'd be bad, but because it's not too long, I'm going to check on that.
You know what isn't short, though, that you still haven't seen, that we need to do?
It's 1 hour exact. What's up?
Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, it's true. I've never seen Lord of the Rings.
This fool has never seen Lord of the Rings, and it aggravates me and Michael.
I've seen a Hobbit movie, but not most of them either.
I will say, I will defend you slightly because you hate movies most of the time. You don't like movies.
Hate movies. It's the fact that I can't.
He also hates second seasons of animes.
Oh, that's true.
Shut up! The joke being, I haven't seen most anime's second season. I just stopped at season 1.
And
most of it's because season 2 is not out yet, and then I don't pick it back up to go back.
He stops at season 1.
I'm also guilty at stuff like that.
Skips season 2 sometimes, and then goes right to season 3.
I'm
I've done
super
that.
behind in Overlord and
I've
stuff
done
like that.
once or twice, and it was weird, but I have done that.
Like,
I've never seen Noragami season 2. I'm trying to understand.
I think they're more. Oh yeah. I forgot there was a season 2.
I've unfortunately
Yeah.
seen Vampire Night season 2.
I never saw season.
Why?
Did I see season?
Because season 1 was actually decent.
No, it wasn't.
No.
It was decent enough at the time.
Harlan.
That's like going to a fucking anime store and going, my favorite anime is Sword Art Online.
Ooh, that's
yeah,
bad.
now,
I never saw season 2
now
of that.
I know the irony of it.
I never saw
No,
season 2 of that.
it was one of those things where as a kid I thought it was the season 1 was entrapping. It was C tier, but it was addictive C tier for me. And then
Bro, I couldn't get past like episode 2.
it's rough.
I know it is.
It's rough.
Sword Art's rough.
That's just bad.
Sword Art's a trash fire.
It somehow gets better over time, but God, I can't.
It doesn't. It can't take that long to get better. That's the thing.
It's like Naruto, right? Like Naruto.
No.
Naruto's a different.
Naruto got better, and then it instantly just fell down the ditch.
And
Yeah,
then it
Boruto.
got super
Boruto.
better
No,
with
not,
Shippuden.
I'm not talking about Naruto itself.
Gotcha.
You're right in that though.
Like
Shippuden's
Shippuden's
way
just
better.
amazing.
I'm talking about the Naruto character arc of Sasuke, because this is what people complain about.
Oh yeah,
he
that's
got
fair.
better, but it took him so long that no one cares anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. I hate.
They have to give him till Shippuden again to start actually.
I
doing
just
character.
dislike Boruto because of the terrible character design, and they missed an opportunity to
That's
use
a common
the sister that has the Byakugan as the main character rather than Boruto.
Yeah.
I feel like that would have been way better. So long as they spiffed up her character design.
I cannot stand Boruto.
Yeah, Boruto's obnoxious,
Fucking awful.
and he suffers. Doesn't he also suffer from freaking Dragon Ball itis, where
Pretty much.
Oh yeah, pretty
all
much.
the kids are instantly stronger?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a fight against. There's fights against past.
Except when it comes to Goku. Goku just can't keep up with how just built Goku is.
Yeah, there's fights in Boruto from like past villains and heroes that like come back, and like most of the people in Boruto just like slap them away.
Yeah.
Like everything just gets bodied in Boruto.
There's
anymore.
a fight. Orochimaru is in Boruto, right? Because he's alive now.
Oh, okay.
Spoilers for people who didn't know that one. His son is one of the main
I'd be
characters.
surprised if you didn't, because it's been ongoing for a bit, hasn't it?
He
Yeah.
comes back in the end of Naruto, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Then people should know that. If you've gone as far as Boruto, then you should know that.
Yeah. At the beginning of Naruto, they cast the resurrection jutsu on a bunch of characters. Like they bring the Hokage back.
Which one?
All of them.
All of them.
Gotcha.
The first 4. Naruto gets to meet his dad again.
Well, I was also saying that because did they bring Tsunade back?
She's still alive by that point.
Oh, she's still alive? I thought
Yeah.
she died.
And no, she's still alive for the end of Naruto.
Gotcha. Naruto is one of those things where I skipped as much filler as I could that didn't really contribute to the series.
She's important to the final fight. She fights Madarame.
Yeah.
I
didn't get that far in Shippuden. I'm like
Okay.
starting like the first season of Shippuden.
either way,
because I leave off anime that's just overhyped.
One of the
Exactly.
That's why I haven't touched My Hero in the longest time, because
it's bad.
It became
We'll get
really
to that.
badly overhyped.
We'll get to that in just a second.
I finally started to continue it, but I finally hit their training sessions with Endeavor, and I'm just slowly it's deflating
I
for
haven't
me
seen
again.
Season 3. I haven't seen season 3.
It's just a lot of these seasons just build too much on the hype. Either it's the fan base that overhypes it to the point of exhausting me, or the series relies on that hype to get successful, so they try to do cheekier things.
Speaking of series that I am going to be pissed about.
Hang on, we'll get to that in just a second. I was going to finish this for the Naruto thing. Orochimaru's son is one of the main characters of Naruto.
Oh, yeah.
There is a fight where his son is there watching him, and he is now working for the Lee Village because they're trying to make him a hero again.
Yeah.
And he's getting bodied by one guy who is just a generic ass assassin, and he's not even, I don't even think he's named. You mean to tell me that Orochimaru, who is a major threat throughout most of Naruto and even some of Naruto Shippuden, is like just gonna get handed to him by a guy who could barely cast ninjutsu?
Yeah. I don't know. It's just one of those things where
it's bad.
It relies on its fan base for forgiveness.
It's pretty much what happened.
But did you hear that they are trying to ban Chainsaw Man from the States?
Yep.
Why?
Because
it's actually good.
That doesn't matter. It's because I forget her name. The bitch chick. She is. Only reason why I say bitch chick is because I've read the manga.
Are you talking about the devil chick?
No.
So you're not talking about what's her name, Blood or whatever.
No, I forget her.
You're talking about the main chick who adopted him.
Yes.
Pretty much. Okay.
Yes, because she is older than him.
And
because technically it's a minor and she is technically trying to seduce a minor. Makima.
Is it seducing?
It's kind of like trapping.
I mean,
but that's the only reason, and I'm like, how many animes are there older gentlemen going after freaking younger chicks?
Let's talk about Black Butler.
None of them caught popularity.
That's fair.
Black Butler?
Yeah, but back then, you think anyone in like the Supreme Court had even heard of that?
No.
Yeah, now is different.
That's why. It's still like a 300-year-old vampire screwing around with some kid, and the only chick in that they made purposely ugly. This is full-on yaoi little boy touching stuff, and
there's the dog man. Dog man's weird.
What dog man?
He adopts a werewolf.
Yeah. Oh,
remember that? And then it gets weirdly sexual. While the Reaper, the Grim Reaper, that's another weird part.
Yeah, you can't target Chainsaw Man if you haven't hit Black Butler.
There's worse you could hit.
There are worse.
So many worse things.
Sword Art Online's the same thing.
Oh yeah, Sword Art Online with a cousin fucking thing.
Well, yes, so that's the second
with
half.
The cousin.
He falls in love with his sister. Then the older guy who's like 40 is trying to marry Asuna, and she's like 16 still.
Yes. Sword Art Online. 7 Deadly Sins. Meliodas falls in love with the baby Elizabeth.
Oh yeah, that thing.
Let's
forget about that.
Meliodas is 16. Well, Elizabeth is like 16. Meliodas has been alive for centuries. Granted, Elizabeth is a goddess, and she just keeps getting reincarnated.
Technically
reincarnation thing.
Doesn't count.
But it does not count. She is still 16 years old.
You are still playing along with the fact the body itself is so young, and on top of it,
she's officially 16.
Flirting is... It's a weird line in Chainsaw Man. I don't see it as flirting. I see it as taking advantage of a kid, which is still bad.
That's...
Just wait, they're gonna... Remember back...
I don't want to... Major spoilers, that's exactly what happens.
Yeah.
He just... The dog gets off his leash and he goes mad.
Which... Let's also note the age of consent in Japan is
16.
It's 16.
It still makes it weird for us over here.
It makes it weird for us, yeah, but you also have to consider context.
No, it's true. So I was gonna say though.
Just like one word in England or Australia is a bad word here. I won't say it, but it's considered a term of endearment from what I hear. In Australia and Britain, but it's a bad word. Word over here.
Yeah.
In Japan, I know this. There's a certain word. I'm not gonna say it, or I think it's Korea. It's now considered. If I say it on this podcast, we're just gonna be removed from every.
We'll get hit up by YouTube and no.
Confident I know what you're talking about.
Exactly. It just means hello.
Or how are you?
Not the one I was thinking of, but. Yeah.
I want to say it's Korean, but I could be wrong. I always second guess myself when it comes to that stuff.
The Korean word for you is also over here is not good.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's everything.
The point is, we censor the wrong things over here, in my opinion.
Just wait. just wait. Remember 5-10 years ago when it was video games were making children violent? They're gonna do that to anime now.
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean? That's always been the case since
I've never once heard
the
someone
Columbine
say,
stuff.
Yeah, video games. Yeah,
And,
video games.
Richard Ramirez.
yeah. I've never heard that for anime though. Not yet. Now with like Chainsaw Man out, they're gonna be like the
Those who don't know, Richard Ramirez was a Night Stalker that terrorized California, I think, a couple of years ago. But yeah, he put a bad name on music. AC/DC was considered really naughty and satanic at the time.
Dubbed the Night Stalker, Valley Intruder, and the Walk-In Killer.
Yeah, those are bad names. He was also the Midnight Stalker, but his famous moniker is the Night Stalker.
California.
Yes.
California between June 1984 and August 1985.
Yeah, like I said, I listen to true crime. For some reason, it's the passion thing I have right now at work while I'm...
He died in 2013 awaiting...
A blood cancer.
Awaiting death, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He only served 23 years, I believe, and...
He was convicted in 1989.
There's a lot of people that support him, which they shouldn't, and
That's
a lot of people that wish he stayed alive longer to suffer.
That's like
because he was a terrible person.
That was more understandable. That's like the kind of people that support Ted Bundy.
Oh, yeah, they're exactly
Ted Bundy, who's the new guy? Who's the guy who just got a series? He has so many of them. And
the Golden State Killer?
I think so, yes.
He's the guy who went around and R-worded a bunch of women?
No, the one that Netflix just released a series on recently.
Jeffrey Dahmer.
Jeffrey Dahmer.
Yeah, that's the one.
Like, why do we keep releasing series about these people?
To be fair, it's to warn people.
It's to warn people to watch out. But
and these are also like super sick cases, which also we'll state we're not a true crime podcast. We're just fascinated with how messed up the world is.
What have you seen?
Like we like Warhammer to get away from how screwed up our world is. I feel like
we play Magic the Gathering to get away from our world.
Yeah, like we use a lot of these to escape the real world because it sucks out there, guys. Especially COVID, still trying to recover from it.
Bad word. You can't say that.
Can't say that.
Can't say. You censor me.
Beep. Rewind. Reboot.
But we're still recovering from that pandemic.
Cancel the whole podcast.
Yeah, guys. We're in there, and if anything, we enlighten you to some new hobbies. Like Digimon, for us, for example, has been a new thing.
If you haven't tried the new Digimon card game,
highly recommended.
Do yourself a favor and try it.
It's really good. They even have an app for it, it's a really well-in-tuned app.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, I'm ready for a match. I have my deck ready. I learned the rules. I even learned about bonus Digi-Evolution card.
We have to reread the rules.
Yeah.
Yeah. Similarly to, we have to reread everything about Vanguard.
I'm relearning Pokemon card game for my little sister's sake.
We have decks.
I know.
I need to get another deck. I got rid of a bunch of my stuff.
I'm thinking about making a different
Magic
deck.
card deck.
I want to build a Hydreigon deck. I'm waiting for the new stuff to come out. Because Hydreigon is in Scarlet and Violet. Because he is my booby boy.
I've honestly been into the new community-based Pokemon game, in which I'm kind of hoping Pokemon wises up and picks it up, which is Pokemon Infinite Fusion.
This is going to be the best thing I could ever do on this podcast.
What's happening live?
I think you got it too. I don't know if you did.
What?
Our friend Mike just sent us something, and it literally it's on Facebook. He sent it in Facebook Messenger. It's on a Facebook. It's a Facebook post, and I opened the messenger and it immediately just says, "This post is hidden because Nerds Over 40 is a private group."
I didn't get one yet.
First off,
he's not 40.
Nerds, yes. None of us are 40.
I'm the closest one at 25.
Well, Mike isn't even 40.
That's true.
I forgot.
I think he's like 37, 35.
Yeah,
he doesn't send it to me because he hates me.
He's like late 30s. I think he sent it to our D&D group.
Oh, that would make sense.
We play D&D.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we play D&D.
We're playing D&D right now. Not at this moment, but, we are on.
Yeah, we have a few things. So we technically have...
I have to show you.
If we do my campaign, I want to pick up one other player, and maybe we can even do it as a bonus episode on here.
Okay, that might be
That's
cool.
fair. That might be cool.
I got a book to show you.
I realized how terrible it is to do my campaign with only 2 players.
Yeah, I have a book to show you in the other room, and then we might give up on that and do this because I know you're.
That's fair.
I know you're interested in this book that I got.
What is it?
Do you remember I sent it? You asked me to email it to you. I had the PDF version. I just got the hardcover in.
I think I know what you're talking about.
It's the Yakuza one.
Yeah, that one seems fun. But yeah, I have 10 playable characters, as half of it was DMing my own stuff and making stuff for my campaign, which I fleshed out over like 6 different campaigns. And now I just have 10 to 12 playable characters for other campaigns.
That's valid. That's what happens. You just keep making characters.
I'm just
fun.
I'm redesigning my entire campaign.
Spider monk.
Spider monks?
Yeah,
What?
I like using the homebrew stuff for D&D 5e.
Are you like an actual spider, or are you like a drider?
No, you take aspects of the spider. So you like use a venomous strike. At some point in the chain,
you can climb.
This is a class.
I thought you meant this was a race.
No, I'm actually Goliath as the class.
That's even better.
And at some point, I just gained 4 extra arms as a key aspect. And I can just go
wrath. This.
He just became the champ all of a sudden.
Asura's Wrath.
Asura's Wrath, really, probably one of the best. I'd call it one of the best. What would I phrase it?
It's an action game.
It's an action game, but I would file it under novel game.
It's a character action game, except the character action part.
It's just quick time events. Is it the whole game's quick time events?
There is combat.
Okay.
Except the combat is awful.
Okay. So it's just quick time events.
Just quick time.
As far as I'm considered.
But
did you also see the bring back Berserk anime?
Anime?
The old one.
From the 90s?
Yes. Which was probably the best representation for
It was. I'm concerned because we were going to talk about this on a
They're just bringing back the View. Not to reboot. As far as I know, they're not rebooting.
Okay, perfect. That's fine. The Gundam does that every so often. Did you see just last month they actually remastered 8th Mobile Suit for Gundam?
I did not.
It looks beautiful.
Nice.
They also remastered Gundam Seed Destiny, and I don't know why. They didn't change anything about it. They just posted the they just upscaled the quality.
That's good. That's another thing we'll probably get into at some point. Stuff they need to just update for the sake of updating.
So I was gonna mention this.
Like good classics, like what they're doing to Fallout 4, Skyrim, all that stuff. Give it to games that actually need it.
Well, they're Square Enix is doing really good with that now. For
Square
RPGs.
Yeah, I mean, like Nintendo should definitely bring back Twilight Princess.
They won't. We'll do a Nintendo,
I know they won't, but I love Twilight Princess.
We'll do a Nintendo episode, and I don't think I've ever. How many remakes do they do? Remasters, re-releases? It's not a lot.
They do very few.
I could currently name one in the Zelda franchise, and that was they redid Wind Waker on the Wii U.
They also did Skyward Sword, I thought.
Oh, they just did that one. That's right.
Yeah.
They did. Oh, you know what? I forgot they did. They did Majora's Mask. And
they redid Majora's Mask.
Final Fantasy remakes.
Those just need to stop.
We'll talk about that on a different one. But I was going to mention what you said, Berserk. I was going to talk about this on a manga episode, but Berserk is just—it's amazing.
It's great.
But it can't be adapted to an anime.
It can. You just got to do it right.
No one's done it right.
It can, but it's.
I never want to say can't.
It can, but
it's really dark.
It's near impossible.
Similarly,
you have to do it right. You have to spend tons of money on this because you need to. It would have to do
hand-drawn animation.
Yeah, because
with very few segments of 3D.
The thing is with Berserk is that 50% of the enjoyment of Berserk is just the illustrations in the manga.
Yeah, which is why you need to do hand-drawn.
And that's going to be so difficult to animate and so expensive.
It is.
You have to take the Redline approach.
I feel like... also, for those who don't know what Redline is, it's a fantastic animated movie that took, 10 years to make?
It took 10 years.
10 years, all hand-drawn.
If you haven't seen that movie, watch it. It's a really great piece of cinema.
It's done at an abnormal frame rate for anime. So that's why it looks so good to a lot of people. I know random Redline
Well,
facts.
that and the art's great.
Yeah, well, the art's good, but the
soundtrack's beautiful.
The soundtrack, oh man. So they shot normal anime do about 20 to 30 frames per second, 30 of being the high end, 20 being the low end, and you typically don't go lower than that unless you're Dragon Ball, and you typically don't get higher unless you really want to go good. Most people don't go too high though. Redline was shooting anywhere between 60 to 80 per second. That was the average amount of frames in a second.
Berserk doesn't need to go that far, but
no, it doesn't. But it has to
it can't get the 3D treatment it's getting with Warner Brothers right now.
No, it can't.
It can, and those movies, you
movies
can't go half hand drawn and then do the entire fighting thing.
That was the series did that. The
movies
they stuck to only 3D.
I thought they did a splash of... No, they definitely did splashes of...
No. They were all like 3D.
Are you sure?
I'm
pretty
100%
sure the first
positive.
2 had 2D animation.
I don't think they did it all.
Regardless, it doesn't get the treatment it deserves. That artist... I'm forgetting his name right now.
The original one?
Yeah.
It was... Kentaro Miura, right? Or did I make that name up?
That sounds accurate enough.
Sounds
we should look it up to give him credit. Unfortunately, the man's
right now.
Not with us anymore.
Kentaro Miura is correct.
Okay. Great manga if you like grim, dark sort of stuff, similar to Warhammer in
Chainsaw Man.
In Chainsaw. If you like that grim sort of dark stuff, this is perfect. Spoiler warning / trigger warning. There is a point with the horse. Nothing happens, but it's disturbing and uncomfortable for a lot of people.
It's bad.
It's bad.
I thought you were gonna mention the one scene with his best friend.
Look, that's a whole other topic. If we have a Berserk episode, I will get into that.
We'll do a manga episode minimum.
The best villain for being the fact you hate him with such a passion.
Just because of this reason, too.
So, I'm trying to look at it. The 3 movies that we're talking about are from 2016 to 2017. I think 17. And they're called the Golden Age Trilogy.
Yeah.
I can't find anything about them being in 2D at all.
Or like Golden Aged Trilogy. I know the
anime from 2016 was half 2D, half 3D. And it looked weird.
Yeah, that's what I was referring to.
Okay, yeah, so that's the anime.
It wasn't full of either, but there was like 3, like it was a majority of one, and I think it was majority 3D and then 2D for some of those shots.
A few characters. It was so they would switch back and forth between having 3D shots, 2D shots, and then the worst when you'd have one shot that had both in it.
Yeah,
because they 2D animated several characters in 3D shots.
You can't do that. I mean, you can. Nothing. What am I gonna do?
It doesn't look good.
I'm gonna slap you. Yeah, it doesn't look good. It doesn't look appeasing. Like for someone like me, I can't watch a lot of 3D animation because my eyes hurt.
I honestly,
I just get nauseous looking at it.
If they were to do a Berserk anime again, I would think at this point
just keep it 2D.
It'd have to be 3D to save all the money, but it won't look as good. But at the same time,
I'd say don't save money on it. Go ham. Treat it as a passion project, and you will earn your money back.
That would be the best, but the hard part is earning your money back.
I don't think that's the hard part if they put the passion.
It will earn you money back.
Project, and that failed miserably.
That also had little to no advertising.
No, because they couldn't afford it anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So if the Berserk is the same thing, that's
I feel like you can do splashes of 3D. Do not have any more than what you need. Like Chainsaw Man has the fight scenes.
Oh, they're fucking
Naruto
amazing.
does a few 3D shots.
Yeah, Naruto has 3D. Naruto, I can't tell sometimes when the 3D shots are there because it's used sparingly and not noticeably sometimes.
And it's always a quick.
It's quick.
It's just quick.
And Chainsaw Man is like you kind of need it to get some of the effects happening there, but they do try to get 2D animation shots in there.
Kill did some 3D, I think, right?
I think a little. This resident right here would know, Michael.
I'm pretty
confident specifically for Gorigami.
He
and maybe what was the sword guy?
I don't remember.
I know Gorigami had a few 3D scenes,
yeah,
but there was nothing.
Wait, is Kill la Kill the one I'm thinking of where they killed off main character? Oh no,
you're thinking of a Akame ga
Yeah, I'm thinking of Akame ga Kill. I'm very sorry. Those are two very separate brands of animation. Kill la Kill,
Akame ga Kill was just all 2D.
They did use 3D animation for the scissors. Yes. But still great animation, especially when it's stylized. You can't afford to go really 3D good. A lot. Akame ga Kill, yeah, I think there's like 1 or 2 snippets of 3D in there, but it's I can't get into that.
The bet. What I was gonna say though is the best bet at this point would be if they did do a Berserk, I would probably say do it in 3D and then go for Arc System works Guilty Gear style as your best bet.
That wouldn't be bad.
Just to try to be reasonable in terms of money.
Yeah.
Because going hand-drawn is going to be either expensive or it's just not going to look good anyways.
I feel like with something like that, so long as the storytelling, let's hypothetically say storytelling's in place, you just need to fund the animation for it, it will pay itself back because of the content.
The story is really good in Berserk.
The story's great. The characters are great to attach to, just to have something happen to them. Don't want to spoil too much. But there's enough fans out there as well that would love to see that. Like, they even sat and watched through the Golden Age trilogy.
Yeah, the Golden Age trilogy got decent reviews. The 2016 anime did not.
No.
That thing's awful.
It's because of how they did it.
If you want to get into Berserk, don't watch 2016.
Please don't. I recommend watching the 90s
just
one,
read the manga.
or just read manga.
Just
Manga's
read the
best bet. And there's enough of it in English. I'm collecting the hard copy volumes.
Yeah. Well, I guess we'll wrap this up here.
Yeah, we'll wrap it. We should have enough for this pilot, and then next episode we'll talk about
card
we're
games.
We're going to be talking about Pokemon as the next episode.
Pokemon with the new Pokemon game coming up.
We're gonna do the Pokemon in the next episode. So
I mean, by the time even this episode's released, the new Pokemon game should be out in America.
Yeah, we'll just have our 2 cents on it.
Yep. So we'll wrap this
even
up
if it's
here.
just commenting on how the new Pokemon look, because I know with me,
Yeah, we're gonna
black
do
and
that,
white,
right.
those Pokemon look.
We're gonna cover that in just a bit.
I still hate Vanillix.
So keep in mind, this is round 1 fight, and you can find us on YouTube, Audible, Google Podcast, Apple Podcast, Stitcher, Amazon, and maybe Spotify. If they pick us up, please pick us up.
And we're still setting up some personal tags. I'll have some more info next podcast on my tag, where you would be able to find me. I'm hoping the same for the other guys as well.
We're working on that.
We're working on that. We're trying to, before we release anything, we want to get our names quick before we release the names. We don't want to have to pay IPs later.
That's true.
Or, not IPs, but you know what I mean. I'd say this has been Harlan. Ty. Okay, he's not going to say anything. And Michael.
I was waiting for you to say something else. I thought you were going to say, like,
Wait.
this is Harlan signing off. And then you were just like, you just stared at me. And I was like, are you done? Are you finishing?
No, I was trying to go round robin, you dingus.
Well, I'm Ty.
I'm Ty.
Ty.
It's Ty, Harlan.
Who's your round robin?
Ty, Harlan, and Michael.
Who's Robin?
We hope. Nico Robin.
Whoa!
Anyway, we hope to see you next time. Don't be afraid to comment. We would love your feedback, especially since we probably have some echo issues we'll figure out. And
Like, comment, subscribe, give us money.
give us money.
Donate right to us. Show up at our house.
We don't have anything set up for Patreon. We'll eventually set something up if enough people like us.
We'll put up.
Which hopefully you guys do. I feel like,
Please like us.
please like us.
I just want attention.
Yeah, Ty wants attention. I want new friends.
I would love to meet some new friends.
Yeah, come at us, and hopefully next time we'll have our tag set up, and we'll hopefully meet some like-minded people, and just have good long chats.
This ending is just as much a mess as the
Look, this is the pilot.
I know.
We're allowed to be messy.
Oh, boy.